you're at this bottom part. You've been doing good. You hit this rock bottom. You're contemplating, are you going to make it out of this? What was it that kept you going in a sense? I mean, you're better, you got back up, but what was it at that rock bottom that was able to make you kind of continue on?
Actually, my husband, because he was so sick at the same time, right? With his own, he has his own Lyme story. And I knew that if I wasn't there for him, he would pass away. So that kind of kept me going, that I was like, I have to get better for him and for myself, He doesn't have anybody to take care of him at home, you know what I mean? And that kind of kept me going at the time. And I was like, I need to figure out how to make myself better so I can also help him. Yeah. And I was laying there trying to figure out what it was for a while, because I was like, how do I even go to doctors? Because I can't even make it there. I can't even have a conversation with the doctor because I am so sick.
So where do you start at that level? Because I'm sure there are people out there listening saying, I'm basically there. And I've spoken to many that I've been in that state of bedridden and just, completely at a loss of what is my next step here? Like, I can't even go to the doctor. What am I supposed to do? What did you do?
I hired a health coach. I needed help. And I'm the kind of person who hate asking for help, right? I want to do everything myself, even when I'm sick, and even knowledge, all the everything I've learned over the years, I thought I knew so much, but I was like, you know what? I need more help. I need more insight into this. And I remembered watching Real Housewives of Orange County or something, and Yolanda Foster was there, and she had Lyme. And Daisy, health coach, was helping her at the time. It just came to my mind. I didn't even know her name or anything, so I Googled who was this person who helped Yolanda. And Daisy's name came up. I texted her, and she said, I would like to talk to you. And I wrote back, I said, I can't talk. I'm really sick. And she said, well, what if you don't like the sound of my voice? And I said, I'll take my chances. And I said, you're hired, basically. Like, help me.
Yeah.
I was at the point, I was like, I didn't even know what you did or anything. I just needed an extra help in the health field, that, somebody would come and help me with the doctors and treatments and everything.
And it was, and you've obviously improved from there, correct? At that point, you started to turn things around. You started to regain some strength, some energy. You started going back out and seeing doctors again, being your own patient advocate, doing a lot of blood tests and all these things. And one of the things I'll say is that you have a wonderful, Instagram social presence where you documented a lot of this. Was that something that was a little bit, gave you some sort of ability to connect with others, to kind of give some insight into what a journey it is to have Lyme disease? What was the initial kind of point of you putting that out there?
I have built a big audience, over the years. I started it as a hobby, something to take my mind off. I loved dressing up all my life. I also love wearing colors. And I would always dress up for my doctor's appointments, no matter how bad I felt. And actually, my mom helped me put on some outfits at the time because I was so sick. And I wore my heels in my wheelchair, and I just always wanted to look like a normal human being. That to me was, this is this is what I wanted to look like. And over the years, I built a big audience, and I didn't really share about my health. I just focused on the clothing and happy things. But then I said, you know what? I'm stronger now, and I have the ability to use my platform to raise awareness about chronic illnesses, whatever it is, Lyme, CFS, fibromyalgia. There's so many people out there who look normal, but who are really suffering. And, that gave me a push, that to start sharing my story and some of my treatments. I try not to do it too much because I don't want people running and doing what I'm doing. But at the same time, I would like to educate people on what's out there.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
It's
people
so
need to
vital.
know. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They really do. I found it that people don't even need to like more research on their own sort of thing. They need that, but they need to hear stories from other people so it guides them down different paths
Correct.
and has them open to it. The thing I've realized by speaking to so many people is they don't even realize what is out there for them.
Correct.
They don't even have, they're thinking it's antibiotic or nothing. It's,
Right.
or maybe like, you know, some acupuncture or something I could try, when there are so many other things out there. And just to bring awareness to them is a big, big step in the right direction for them.
Right. Right. Yeah. And then since then, I've had so many people contacted me on Instagram and just thanking for sharing my story. And then it's giving them strength to carry on and to keep looking for something that would work for their body. And it just makes me so incredibly happy. I mean, that's so inspiring that people can see me getting better and keep looking for themselves.
And
because I know
yeah,
that's how it is.
oh, you know how it is to be at rock bottom. And doesn't it
Yeah.
also feel like this is such a wonderful part of the healing journey, is the ability that while you're going through it to impact others' lives?
Oh my God. That's the best thing for, I love helping people.
Yeah.
And for me to share my story, I'm just so grateful that I'm able to do that.
Well, I'm grateful for you sharing it too, because I truly believe more people need these beacons of hope, because they go to the doctors that say it's in your head. They go to the doctors that say you can only take antibiotics. And then they're after that, they're feeling worse, saying, what do I do now?
Right.
And if they hear from people like yourself, they say, okay, I still have hope. Because
Right.
I'm sure you'll agree, the worst place you could be is in a hopeless situation where you feel there's
Absolutely.
nothing left for you, and that's
Right.
it.
Yeah. And then you start thinking, am I actually crazy?
Yeah.
Like, do I have these symptoms? I can't speak. I mean, is it me? Like, is there something wrong with me? But I'm normalizing these symptoms, by sharing my story, and people are like, oh yeah, I have the same thing. Okay, so it's normal to have this.